water splashed on the face. Get yourself out of that losing mentality. You have to turn this around. You see him just sort of getting ready right now for this grand final. We often say one of the best elements of a FIFA player is having short-term memory and being able to completely short-term sort of whatever.
The Xbox. Here we go then. 2 more legs of FIFA in front of your very own eyes right now. Strap yourselves in. Aggregate scoreline will be the judge once again. But this time, for the final time, who will be the winner? $15,000 on the line, 1,000 Global Series ranking points, and a chance to update that social media bio with an extra trophy in it. Will be DullenMIKE kicking from left to right in this one, and PredatorFIFA from right to left. Maybe a gift of a goal if he can find R9, 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵. Really well done there, great tracking.
For DullenMIKE, it's just more of the same, please. Just continue. Imagine you've not even reset the bracket. Just imagine you're playing just 4 games back-to-back. You're just playing 4 legs of FIFA back-to-back.
Dullen might be saying more of the same. They just played against each other and it was 7-1 DullenMIKE. They played earlier tonight. It was 8-1 PredatorFIFA. If you're a little bit confused on who you think's going to win, don't worry, you're not the only one. Loving that player lock. Needs to try and find those right passes, those right channels. Again, 𝐤𝐤𝐵𝐵𝐵 does enough just to put CR7 off balance. Ball goes back to Nick Pope. Over 500 people signed up for this one. Sorry, Richard, and this is your top 2.
I was just about to say, the early indications sort of show that DullenMIKE continuing that high press. You see Curtis Jones sprinting to the ball at any given opportunity.
Five back. How you break it down? That's the question that PredatorFIFA's got to find an answer for if he wants to win tonight. Did it earlier tonight, scored 8 goals past it. Ronaldo, CR7, and 𝐤𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 again, the star of the show in that back 5. A chance to break, that's what it will offer you. An overload on both sides. 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 finds in a bit of space, he's got Neymar. Pele in the box, Vieira's also there. Ball into the box, he's driven it. We often talk about it. How do you break down that 5 at the back?
Well, he's already done it today. He's already broke down that 5 at the back. He left it in pieces, scoring 8 goals past it.
He's had the more possession of the 2. It's this area now. How do you disrupt that back 5? 3 centre-backs. Just marshalling that area. Here's R9, back to CR7, and 𝐤𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵 again! It's nearly a stitch-up for Nick Pope. He comes off his line. Gets that out for a corner. See Ronaldo being manually controlled. Ronaldo's in the air. He's also denied by Pele, who is back. Building blocks though for PredatorFIFA. Here's CR7, Hullet!
Huge goal for PredatorFIFA to settle the ship. It was a sinking ship, but Ruud Hullet slotting the ball into an empty net and giving PredatorFIFA a huge load of confidence.
And there we have it, that's the breakthrough in the grand final. It took 30 minutes of constant pressure and just knocking on the door. Fortunate enough, after lots of knocking, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿 was there with an answer and with an easy tap into the back of the net. If you have just tuned in, the bracket reset has just been forced from DullenMIKE. He came through the loser bracket after losing to this very player earlier tonight. This is the third time they would have played in the competition. Looking for a second. Can he get it into the box? PredatorFIFA goes for a goal kick in the end. Has been the stronger of the two though, Richard. 35 minutes played.
It certainly has. The first sort of 15, 17, 18 minutes, DullenMIKE was coming forward. But as soon as PredatorFIFA sort of got his foot on the ball a little bit more, he's certainly taken control of this game.
To see DullenMIKE come forward. His first chance now with Pele. He's got options in the box. Pele, scoop turns. To keep possession, 𝐿𝐥𝐤𝐬𝐵𝐿𝐷𝑒𝑠 all the way from fullback. He'll offer you something as well in there. Of course, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐬 on the far hand side. There he is. Always an option for DullenMIKE. Always an overlapping player. Always an extra body. Of course, he's very cautious though that he doesn't lose possession with one of those fullbacks because there will be gaps. Last chance of the half. PredatorFIFA up by a goal to 0. Gotta get that ball forward. Added time to come now. Just no time at all. This is the last chance. Bruno Fernandes, can he get around the defender? That will do us for the first 45, and PredatorFIFA does enough just to hold his ground there, Richard, just to say, no, you're not getting a goal before the first 45, and a half-time in the first leg of the second part of this grand final. He does lead by a goal to 0, and it was a really well-taken finish from 𝐿𝐿.
It was indeed. It was just a simple pass into the back of the net, into an empty net, but the build-up play was exquisite from PredatorFIFA. Even that little sort of 4 or 5 minute break between the first series ending and the second series beginning, just enough time to calm yourself, get yourself out of the game, recompose, and then get ready for this second series was very much needed for PredatorFIFA. But there's still a lot of FIFA left to be played to decide who will be victorious.
Oh, absolutely, as you said. I mean, we talk about it time and time again. First leg is so different to the second leg, and any game of FIFA is so different to the last. Winner of this will be your qualifier number 4 champion in Europe. DullenMIKE's already been crowned the champion. Did it back in January. Fortunately got knocked out by 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐿 last month, hence why he wasn't on the broadcast. This time round, wants to put it right. This is good feet from CR7. PredatorFIFA looking for a second. Once again, superb defending.
Standing strong at the back again, isn't he? It's been a real sort of display of good defensive midfield work, this game. You also have to consider the 2 times that these competitors have matched against each other, it's been absolute blowouts, 8-1 and 7-1.
Chance. This is nice, Pele. Sort of ducks and dives, tries to angle up that shot. Again, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐿 has been the goalkeeper of choice for PredatorFIFA throughout this whole process. Has been superb so far. Bruno Fernandes. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐿 back to 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐿, back to back. Skill moves there, trying to chain him up.
Just went for the 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿𝐿 cancel inside the box with Bruno.
Chance. Oh no, back to 𝐿𝐿 for a brace. Not just the CDM. A box-to-box midfielder that offers you everything, Ruud Gullit. He's on the corner now. Ronaldo's there, off the line. Golden chance.
Keeper came a long way from home. Very fortunate that there was just the defender on the line there to hook it away.
Nice from DullenMIKE, trying to find his rhythm now in his final third. 2/3 of the first leg played. PredatorFIFA leads by a goal to nil. Still so open this one. Well defended. 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐤 said no thank you, Pele. So just snatched that ball. A little bit similar to the first leg in between these two. It was a 2-1 win for DullenMIKE, which forced the bracket reset. Could it be a 1-1 here? Neymar. He dives into the tackle. That allows 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐤 to pick up the ball and find his own space. Still 𝐕𝐤𝐤𝐤 on his own.
It just seems, as soon as we get into that second leg, that's when the floodgates open for some reason. Typically one of the defences, both players aren't conceding goals, but only one of the two competitors. This time around, what a piece in this. I should say 1-0 in this first leg. But really, there's been chances at either end. On another day, we could be looking at a 2-2 or a 3-3.
Well, those are the three changes. He expected it to be two fullbacks and maybe an attacking player. 𝐽usman Dembele on the flip side. And Cuadrado. And Mendy, okay. Pretty much similar substitutions for both of these two. Two fullbacks and an attacker. They beg to be the difference. Allan Saint-Maximin, the Frenchman off the bench. Comes close. Look at the space. Dembele, he's got the legs on him. He's off the bench. Has he got the legs on him to get past Kevin Mbabu, though? Goes for the player lock. Gets the ball back to R9. Kyle Walker there again. It's really well done. Once and twice tries to with a big heavy touch round his man. Look at the space. 𝐽usman Dembele. Drive and drive. He's got Gullit in there. Towards the back post. CR7!
Huge goal for PredatorFIFA. The man that is coming to haunt DullenMIKE again. Cristiano Ronaldo nowhere to be seen, left in the cold on Dullen's starting 11. But he has been magic for PredatorFIFA.
Goal for the visitors. Number 8, Cristiano Ronaldo.
With 10 minutes left, he leads by 2-0. Lovely way of ball into the back. And credit where it's due. You talk about the importance of substitutions. 𝐽usman Dembele, yes, offers you an outlet. Yes, he offers you pace. But not just that. He allowed it, sort of the whole defence to get disrupted, that 5-back to get disrupted, and to forget about Ronaldo at the back post. You just made a simple arcing run. And I mean, the finish was not so simple. What a finish that was. Pele for DullenMIKE, nearly squeezing that one in. Corner play quickly, 7 minutes left.
Needs a goal. Imperative that he gets a goal before this first leg concludes.
Look at the space, could be 3. Pretty much Ronaldo on his own though. He's in a running race with Mbabu and he does enough. I think that will do us though. 4-leg one here. Yes, the third time these two have played. After two completely different results, now you feel like PredatorFIFA's back in the driving seat.
If he manages to steal this ball and counter-attacks,
Even a goal for DullenMIKE though on the flip side, Richard, would be huge.
Yeah,
𝐿𝐸𝐸𝐸.
absolutely.
Left, right. Where's he going? Still the chances there. It's golden feet in the box. What a save! What a save, 𝐦𝐸𝐸𝐸.
That is remarkable from 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸. I don't know what he saved it with. I don't know how he saved it, but that is huge from the number one. Incredible save from the icon.
I mean, you can understand why why PredatorFIFA's laughing and smiling. What a save that was! I mean, credit on the first side, because I really don't know which way this last game's going to go.
It's impossible to call right now when you consider what has been happening between these two. DullenMIKE had a couple of chances early doors. PredatorFIFA, a little grimace there from him, but he did take the lead. Just look at 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐿 meandering into space and slotting that into an empty net. DullenMIKE came forward. Patrick Vieira, little acceleration into the space. James made sure that he got something on it. And a counter-attack of dreams right now. 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿 Dembele breezing past Kyle Walker. And just look at CR7 peeling away at the back post, unattended. He's always going to score.
Yeah, and I think the game is ready to go, to be honest. So we'll leave these highlights as there's nothing left to see other than that chance. 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 turns back. What a save. Right, forget about that. It's game time. For the final time. 2-0 the scoreline, PredatorFIFA. Winner will be crowned your European qualifier number 4 champion on the Xbox. We know it's going to be a German player, but is it going to be 2 titles this year for DullenMIKE? Or are we going to find a new German champion in PredatorFIFA?
As it stands, PredatorFIFA one leg of FIFA away from being a champion. But
you're unaware
there's a big but, Brandon. He's got DullenMIKE in front of him.
That is the problem. This 5-back, which has caused so many problems. Of course, it will be PredatorFIFA nearly kicking us off of an early goal. Kicking from left to right in the VfL Bochum strip. Of course, DullenMIKE in that Team Neo strip from right to left in this one. Whipped into the box. Ronaldo's there again. 2 hands from Nick Pope was needed. If you have just tuned in, you're wondering why there was a bracket reset. That's because DullenMIKE came from the loser bracket side. On the flip side, PredatorFIFA has not dropped a game until these two did meet in the grand final, where DullenMIKE won over the first 2 legs. That made a bracket reset. Hence why we've been playing this other 2-legged game. This is the final game that we can
tell you
here. There was to be a draw. Yes, we've got to extra time. Brilliant feet. CR7. I mean, the 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 was fancy. Reverse 𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 through the legs of the player.
I thought there was a shooting opportunity on. He didn't need to pass it to 𝐿𝐸𝐸𝐸.
Third goal would be huge for PredatorFIFA. Has to cause and force a reaction from DullenMIKE. Tries his best with 𝐿𝐸𝐸𝐸𝐸 to delay to give R9 or CR7 the chance to try and get back on the ball. DullenMIKE 2-0 down. The goal needed sooner rather than later. Pele waiting in the box patiently. Neymar picks it up round the corner. Brilliant touches. Can he cut it back? Vieira!
Game on. Game well and truly on. Patrick Vieira, quite an unlikely scorer, sliding with all that 6'4" frame and potentially igniting this final. Brandon Smith.
I don't know why. I don't know why, but every time we commentate on FIFA, Vieira always scores in a final. I don't know why. He just turns into a centre forward all of a sudden. I think the one thing that I love from DullenMIKE is that, yes, he's playing a 5-3-2, but he's gone for 3 central midfielders in that sort of 3 in the 5-3-2. He's gone for Bruno Fernandes. Yes, he can get forward and score. Curtis Jones and Vieira. But the thing that I love the most, he's not afraid to go forward with Curtis Jones. Vieira, chance to get the equaliser now if he can do so. Well played by Kyle Walker. You know, many players would make it all Fernandes. Alternatively, they would just play another striker and put him into a centre midfield.
Absolutely. It is very much the case of picking what players. He's got the formation, and if you want to play in said formation, he's not going to change that formation. You'll get shoved into a spot and sort of just put there and play in that position.
Pull it now. Chance round the corner, PredatorFIFA to extend that back to a 2-0 lead. Pull it, Elastico! And that's a goal to remember for a grand final.
PredatorFIFA turning on the sauce. R9, Elastico inside the box, sending DullenMIKE and potentially sending PredatorFIFA all the way to a European Qualifier Championship.
Well, not many people knew this man before we kicked off play today. Everyone will know him by the end of it if he can hold on to this. That's what you pay the big money for. For moments like that you can't put a price on. The Elastico was perfect. The finish was even better. Ronaldo Nazario, take a bow, my friend. However, there is still so much time left in this game. Pull it. One more goal would make it a 3-goal lead. Should be the first time in the whole game that it's happened. So if he can do that, that's when the game will change. 2 goals is still very much attainable for DullenMIKE. Here's R9. Has he got some more magic up his sleeve? Dancing in the box. I don't know what he's doing. Bringing out the most interesting sort of touch there, back towards the player.
Expressing himself is R9 Ronaldo and PredatorFIFA. That player look so useful.
Just offside. And that will do us. 45 minutes away from his first ever major title for PredatorFIFA. What a story it's been. A player that's made his first ever broadcast this year. He's not just turned up, he went through the winners bracket on the way, beating that man on your screen, DullenMIKE, beating Musti, last month's champion. He's knocked down not just other European players, but fellow Germans that I'm sure for a long time he would have looked up to and thought, you know what, I would love to be in their shoes, or would love to give them a game on stream. He's certainly done that. These two have played, this will be the 3rd time that they've played, Richard. It's been a trilogy, so to speak.
It'll be a trilogy. What a trilogy it'll have been as well. 2 super one-sided games. And then the match that everything was riding on, Brandon. Only 3-1 with 45 left to play.
DullenMIKE, as you said, I think where it's only 2 goals, it still is attainable. It is still achievable. $45 minutes left to play here in European qualifier number 4. $15,000 to the winner. 1,000 Global Series ranking points. And of course, that championship title. Will be DullenMIKE kicking from left to right with one of the first chances of the game of Pele. And he danced around the defender, Pele. Still, the Brazilian forward waiting for a bite from 𝐤𝐤𝐤𝐬. He's on his own. It's a solo effort off the post.
Oh, Pele! Talk about individual brilliance. Saving it for the big stage. Both R9 and Pele, DullenMIKE and PredatorFIFA, showing everybody what they can do.
It's having it better though from DullenMIKE to get the ball in those areas and to start trying to be creative. Look how wide Pele is, getting back in the centre. That's what we're crying out for. Paul's coming in from PredatorFIFA now. 10 minutes already played in the second half. 3-1 he leads. But he's got DullenMIKE charging and breathing down his throat. Attack after attack after attack. Can he deal with his pressure? Neymar now. Waiting. Where is that ball into Pele? Bruno
Chance.
Fernandes, whoever it is. I think what's important to remember in moments like that, you don't crack under the pressure. You don't dive into the tackle.
You stand strong.
Massive tackle there, Rashford. Can PredatorFIFA capitalise on this break? Curtis Jones, he acres of space. Recycles it back to CR7. R9 picks it up. PredatorFIFA, 𝐦𝐤𝐤𝐿 still in possession. Couple of ball rolls. R9, chance, darts in into the back of the net. And if that's the goal to win you a championship, well, that's certainly one to remember. Record it, clip it, do whatever you want with it.
Sublime from PredatorFIFA. Incredible. That's such a good individual piece of dribbling and technique and skill. And you just see a big, deep breath. A rub of the eyes. Because he knows he is minutes away from being a champion.
I mean, you've got to talk about the mindset in this, Richard. You know, he comes into this grand final not losing a single matchup. He comes into it knowing that he's already beaten DullenMIKE 8-1. He lost 7-1 to force the bracket reset. That could throw any FIFA player off track. It can make them doubt themselves. That's not been the case for PredatorFIFA. If anything, he came out of that game and said, I want to play better. I expect more from myself. And now he's 25 minutes away from his first ever European Championship.
R9 Ronaldo, take a bow. He has been the best player on the pitch.
No doubt he's been the most expensive player on the pitch as well.
Absolutely.
That's what you pay the big money for. A player that could do everything. Chance, brilliant save from 𝐿𝐵𝐵𝐵𝐵. He's had a blinder of a tournament. All the subs on now. DullenMIKE throwing everything forward at this game. Wowee! Strap yourselves in. 20 minutes left and 2 goals. Still needed by DullenMIKE.
Certainly doable. And he's won the ball back straight from kickoff. Oh, Hullit's done well to reclaim it. That could have been disastrous.
The best thing that PredatorFIFA can do, go and score another goal. Take that pressure back off your shoulders. Or if anything, keep possession
bit early.
like you're doing now.
It's a bit early.
It's going to run out of play, no. Look at the feet from Neymar, does so well. Into the box it will go, surely. Ronaldo's there, R9's there, they're all queuing up. I like this though. Cuadrado, again, there's no need to go forward. There's no need to try and score again. You've got a 2-goal cushion. Sit on it. There'll be with many people thinking, well, what are you doing? Your time wasting. It's clever, it's smart.
We get a goal out of it.
Basically just teasing your opponent constantly into making that tackle, thinking that you're going to go forward and attack. Just from doing that, he sucked out 10 minutes from the game.
I disagree. I think it's fine doing that, but you've also poked a lion by keeping possession that early, by time wasting that early. It gets your opponents back up.
Number 10.
Oh no. You might be right.
If someone does that to me,
lion.
yeah, I am doing anything I can to get that ball back, to do an unbelievable turnaround, and then do the most obnoxious celebration in the game to say you should not have kept the ball that early.
Oh, you might have done more than poke to life. He's just let one out of the cage. Here we go then. 7 minutes left. There's only a goal between these two. DullenMIKE scores. We're not done yet. We are definitely not done yet. 5 minutes remaining here. At this moment in time, Predator will be your champion. This could conclude it. CR7, he's an acres of space. No! Wins the ball back, chance to counter-attack.
Surely not.
Neymar, this would be so DullenMIKE if he was to go and snatch a late goal. Unpredictable as ever.
I think that's it.
It's in his hands now. His first ever championship as a German pro. Wants to ensure he can slow the
challenge.
game. What a tackle, Nick Pope. This is last chance saloon. Get the ball forward. Wins it back. Get the ball clear. Seconds left. You will be a champion. And he's done it. Predator FIFA rises to the top of the pile in Europe. Another German champion. It's 4 out of 4 for Germany. But this time, it wasn't to be DullenMIKE for the second time this season. It was to be that man on your screen in Predator FIFA of VfL Bochum. Congratulations, you've just picked up your first ever European title. Huge win.
Both players take a bow. What an incredible grand final. It might be one of the best 2 games in a grand final that we've seen. And look what it means to him. Every single emotion pouring out of him.
To be honest, I think this has been one of the best days of FIFA we've seen in Europe this season so far. There it is on your screen. Predator FIFA will be your qualifier number 4 champion. Oh my God, what a trilogy it was between these two. As we'll talk about it again.
That hadn't been at one of these events already this year is the guy that's won it. It's unbelievable. And again, you know, proof the Germans can produce not 1, not 2, not 3, but in this case 4 champions this year out of 4. Fear out of fear. Will it be Funf out of Funf? I don't know, Jimmy.
All right, Ryan, let's talk a little bit about Predator's mentality, because when I thought he lost the first...
I could have picked out. I thought Predator scored so many top goals, but there's one I'm going to pick out just because it's sort of poetic. Now, DullenMIKE has possession here, and we saw from the VT with DullenMIKE how the counter-attack in the 5-3-2 is very important, and we're going to see here with Jones, with Ousmane Dembele in acres of space, who he plays it to for Predator FIFA. And again, DullenMIKE spoke about the counter-attacks. Now he's going to be facing up against one with Dembele running up against 𝐥𝐤𝐤𝐞, who manages to power past him with the speed. And we saw also the back post cross, which is a sort of vintage DullenMIKE, and it's up against him this time, whipped in towards the back post. CR7 on the volley, fantastic strike to give Predator the 2-0 lead in that game.
I love it. I'm glad you...
Thank you. Good morning.
So my first question to you is, how were you feeling after losing the first grand final 7-1? Because I would have been really nervous that I probably would have lost the reset against DullenMIKE, given that he had all the momentum.
For sure. I know that Dullen is like the worst opponent or the less wished opponent in that grand final. But like for me, I hate to play against him because he's so good. After losing 7-1, of course you're mentally a little bit down. But you know, I conceded goals you don't like to concede in a grand final. very unlucky in some spots, but the game is finished, so you have to concentrate on the next one, and that's what I did. And I knew that when I perform my A game, I will win. So that's what I did, and now I'm the champion.
Predator, congratulations! You've done so well, and it's great to hear how confident you are. You know, you're going up against DullenMIKE, who #1 in the leaderboard in Europe. You know all about his game. You've seen what he's done in a previous qualifier, but you said yourself you feel that if you play your A game, you win. Where do you build off this? This is your first sort of live event of the year. You've won it. Now, what is the aim for the rest of the year? We're sure we'll see you in the playoffs, but are you aiming for more than just the playoffs?
Yeah, of course. Every game I start, I would like to win, or I try my best to win. I wasn't happy with the last qualifiers. I finished like top 84 and top 32 twice. I don't know, but that's not where I think I am. I played good even in the qualifiers before, but not good enough. Now I played more than before. I trained more than before, and that's like the goal I had, to be here and to win this thing. And I'm extremely not surprised, but I'm very happy that it went like that.
Massive congratulations, Predator. Well deserved on the victory. I just have one question, more so around like the mentality you had. So you said that you finished top 84 and top 32 in the previous qualifiers. However, coming into this one, did you have any like changes that you done, maybe tactically or mentally, coming into the tournament?
No, I think where the tournament decides itself is in the training before. So when you train a lot and you grind the game and learn the game, it's pretty much like the result of the training is then the qualifier. For example, at the first qualifier, I knew that Lefty is going to win because he played more than everybody else. So and that's what I did in this case, and I think it went really good.
Well, Predator, congratulations again, and enjoy all of your cash that you won, all of your points, and if we don't see you in the next broadcast, we'll definitely see you in the playoffs.
Thank you.
All right. Predator, everybody. Now let's take a look at the updated rankings as they were. Predator started today in 14th, moved his way up to 10th, and these are as hot and fresh of the standings as you can see. DullenMIKE still on top. Musty, who lost in the losers quarterfinal, still in second. 𝐤𝐸𝐳𝐵 had a chance to potentially get up there, but he had to win it all. He stays in third. Dennis gets in sixth, as you guys can see. Predator with the biggest moves today, up to 10th, and KFC Pablo. Finger looking good there in 15th.